hello. If you hear any feedback, it's because, suffice to say, this was a technical nightmare to put up together for the first time. I'll be improving things as I get them sorted, but suffice to say, there's been some technical issues. And as such, I am using my old Xbox 360 headphones. Open headphones, so if you catch any feedback from my headphones, it won't be feedback, but it'll be like you might hear the music playing back a little bit if we end up doing like lo-fi music. I'm not 100% on that. I think I can probably do something to get around it. I'm not 100% sure. But suffice to say, there's been several complications. Actually, let me go ahead and move us to the room here in a minute. Actually, no, let's wait a minute. Yeah, there were several complications doing this. What I will say is, the 9 o'clock hour versus the 8 o'clock is really working for me. Because I was able to run an errand, I was able to make sure I got extra brushes in case I was out, or that they weren't clean, which most of them are, but I was a little paranoid about it, so I got more anyways. And then I even got some other things done. I need to get some more primer, because the primer I have is almost out. I usually use it for stuff other than painting minis, but I wanted to try it on minis for the first time. I have some license-free music. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how license-free it is or how much DMCA will protect. I don't know. I'm going off the first thing I find on YouTube. It's not going to be too accurate. I don't know what to tell you. Alright. At about the 5-minute mark, I'm going to go to the room and start talking. And then about the 10-minute mark, we'll get started painting. I haven't painted for a while. Alright, let's go ahead and head to the room. Oh. I'm not. I'm not. Hold on one second. It seems in the technical nightmare of things, I forgot to set up my shit. Yeah, this has been a bit of a tech nightmare, to say the least. I had one arm set up so that it could hold my camera while another arm held my capture device, my face capture device, and then the face capture device, the camera, the holder I had set up for my camera, busted, just 20 minutes before I started working on this. And then I'm like, crap. So I hastily reconfigured things. So my cell phone is now, my iPhone operating as the video capture device for my facial data is now on my wireless charger in front of me on the table next to all the painting stuff. And the camera is in the holder that I usually we're painting D&D miniatures. So I have a couple of them here. I experimented with but how are you tonight, Puka? I'm trying to remember what I'm doing. I've been doing the whole technical, oh god, I have to do a different setup than usual freak out dance. So it's been a little chaotic. I'm doing well. I was saying before this that the moving my streams down to 9 o'clock really is working very well for me. I was able to like run some errands and stuff before this. I didn't have to like run from work straight home and do everything, like do the prep real quick and then get working. So that extra hour made just a huge difference. I think I'm probably going to be sticking with 9 o'clock from now on. Probably more inconvenient for everybody else, but you know, I'm streaming with a full-time job, so gotta do it when I can, you know, not when it's opportune. I did get your sticker. It's really cool. I haven't figured out where I want to put it yet. Yeah, I like streaming, but yeah, the rush was getting quite difficult. I know it's insane, it's cruel, it's monstrous, but it is what it is. Hey, I don't make the rules. My bosses at work make the rules, and if you have a problem with it, take it up with them. Let's see. So, I also had the what are they called? The arms that you like, the holding arms that you use. I'm blanking on the term. Dang, boss. Yeah. Hey, if you wanna change it, help me get, you know, Iron Mouse level big, and then I'll be able to just stream whatever I want. Yeah, that'll never happen. Well, never to say never, but I doubt it. At least it's not in my current plans. Let's see. So the camera holder, whatever it's called, broke just as I was setting up. So I had to hastily redo everything. I had originally planned to have my camera for my video capture for my face, my facial capture, up in its usual spot, and then the small camera or the webcam that I'm using to capture for the mini painting in another position. And of course, that didn't work out because that holder broke. So right now I have the webcam hold it in the position where the iPhone usually sits doing capture, and my iPhone is sitting on my desk on my wireless charger. So if there's a little bit more scuff with my facial capture, that's why it's not in an ideal position. But, you know. Oh, and then I realized I forgot to charge my wireless headphones. So I am using headphones from, I believe, the Xbox 360 that I bought for using for multiplayer, and they still work. They're a little bit quiet, but they're open ear, so I'm afraid there might be a little feedback. I'm not 100%. But yeah, this has been a... Yeah, I would be fine if my wired ones worked, but I bought wireless... I bought a bunch of rechargeable batteries, and the charger keeps saying they're charged, but then I put them in the actual wired one, because it's a wired requires batteries, because it's a it's one of those it's a Bose noise canceling one. It's very nice. I bought it super cheap at Costco, and I was like, oh my god, this is a high quality headphone. They're getting rid of it because it's not the iteration that they want anymore. I spent like $100 on it, and I was very happy with it. But it requires batteries, so if I don't have batteries, I'm SOL. So yeah, it's getting complicated. But I managed to pull it off. Everything's set up. We should be able to paint. Um, we'll see how good I am at it, having not done it for a very long time. But I'm hoping that the priming makes a huge difference, because I did it like Reaper says, hey, you can just paint straight onto the miniature. And it's like, yeah, no, it doesn't work. It takes you like 50 billion layers to just get enough stuff to keep it on there. And then it easily wipes off. Now, that said, I won't say that the WizKids ones that come with primer are that much better. But maybe with this primer, it'll be better. I don't know. I mean, layering is important. It gives you a good look. But it's a bit of a pain. Anyways, let's go ahead and switch to the camera room, and I can start painting for you guys, or at least showing you what I do when I paint. Okay. I can come back here. Howdy, howdy. Let's go ahead and move over here. Get into optimal painting position. I probably should have gotten like a prop miniature to put up in front of me. Oh well, shoulda, coulda, woulda. So yes, as you can see, I can use my scarf tassels as hands when need be. And let it never be said, I don't put a little bit of work into immersion. Let me take a quick drink, and then we will take a look at what we got. Okay. So we're gonna start simple. I have a little wizard guy here. I don't know how good this video isn't very good. This webcam isn't very good. I don't know if I can adjust the focus. Let me see. I don't want to tweak it too much, because it'll fall otherwise. Or you'll see my jeans, and that's breaking immersion. You gotta believe I'm really about being a ghost. I actually have, so I bought these actually for the, oh no, now you'll be on wiki hands. I actually bought these for the tarot collab, and they're just like $10. So I went ahead and ordered a second set, and I think I'm gonna use this as an excuse to take care of all of my painting. So I was actually gonna set up a 1 out of 200 and like try to get all these bones painted and have it be like a challenge. Like, how many can I get painted in a year or something? I think you got a good look at it there. Oh, up until I messed it up. I may need to. Oh crap! I may need to get a better webcam. All right. I used some cheap paint or cheap adhesive to put it on this thing. I was hoping it would stay, but looks like it's kind of. Oh, there we go. Yep. We have a wizard here. There, you got a little bit. Look, and he has like kind of a little dragon on his back. It's a little hard to see. But I have this thing here that means I can like hold this, and then the miniature is held up so that I can angle and paint on it, but that I'm not touching it. And then I can kind of move it around. And you see this, it's actually, um, here's what it is. It's actually a soda bottle cap. So you basically you put them on the bottle cap. You can also snap this off and kind of do it. I'm not going to do that. I tend to like leaving it on. But yeah, I got this at a con, and I'm like, that's super clever. I really like it. I should have bought two, but I was actually pretty broke back then, so I couldn't do that. I don't know if you can tell. Um, so I primed it last night, and I just put it in a box and sprayed it down, and then ran away. And I left it outside because I had to spray it outside. Um, and then it rained, and so I pulled it in this morning and I dabbed them off as best I could. Um, they're a little sticky, but I'm not sure how much that stickiness is just the primer being primer, because you want it to be a little sticky. It seems dry. If I touch it, nothing comes off. Um, but we'll see. If I do these, I kind of picked ones that it wouldn't be a huge loss if I had to, set them aside until I could stick them in some acetone or something and get the whatever you use to get off the paint. Um, and so if need be, I'll just step in another room and grab one of the other 500 minis I have to paint. And just so you know, I'm crazy. I went to look up how many minis I had, or what types of minis I had, and how many I had. And I saw that there was a Reaper Bones Kickstarter going on, and I ordered more minis. What the fuck is wrong with me? I have a problem, guys. I have a problem. So this is a wizard. Um, it's just they're so cheap. It's like it's like 50. It's like 150, and you get like 200 minis. It's ridiculous. It's like less than $1 per mini. Like me with Funko Pops. Yes, exactly. I am like, no, I don't need it anymore. I have so many to paint already. And then, ow. Okay, I deserve that. I admit I did deserve that. But I have a need. I'm scratching my face. So I already have a couple wizards. Uh, love. Um, you do it to teach me a lesson. Yep. So we have a couple wizards. Um, I already have a wizard in white robes and a wizard in red robes. No, wait, purple robes. They're actually the same miniature that I got from two different people. Like I got one that I bought for myself, and then a friend painted the exact same one and gave it to me. Like, here, you have a wizard now. And I'm like, I already have that wizard. And he's like, well, you have a wizard. You have two wizards now. So I was thinking I could do a brown wizard or I could do a blue wizard. And I think I'm going to do a blue wizard. So let me move my mouse here because we don't need it anymore, or at least not for a while. And so what we have here is a thing that I definitely know the name of. We have a wet palette. And so what this is, in fact, you don't even have to buy anything particular. Um, it's just a plastic tub basically with um, a sponge in there, and then I use parchment paper, the same stuff you use for throwing things in the oven. Now there's more specialized stuff that they'll sell you, but parchment paper does the same job for the most part, at least for miniature people, and it costs, ridiculously less. But what this does is when we put our paints in here, Yeah, wax paper, not good for this. So let's see. I think I'm doing. I feel like Moonstone Blue sounds like a uh, good color, but let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's kind of still. May need to pop this open. Take a look. See. Stir it up. I'm using bobby pins, which I shouldn't be using for this, but you know, if I made good decisions, would I be painting miniatures like this with fancy gloves on? No, I wouldn't. Let's see. Let's see if this. Maybe it's just that pale of blue. I think it's just that pale of blue. I don't like that. I want something a little bit stronger. Maybe we'll use that for the highlights. Get out of here. Random. Well, what I will say, one thing for the gloves is it makes it far less likely for me to stick myself with these bobby pins. All right. Oh, you know what I needed? Crap. I should definitely get paper towels. So if you can give me 2 seconds, I'm going to grab some paper towels so that I'm not messing up this nice computer mat. Oh, and we probably need music here. Let me turn on the music real quick, and I'll leave you with the music for about 2 seconds because I left the paper towels downstairs. So, alright. Is that too loud? Is that good? Too loud? Alright. I got music. I'll be right back.
Every core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Alright. Yeah, that didn't take long at all. Alright, yeah, this bat was a gift, so I better not get it all messed up. I have actually a mat I bought from a group buy that was in my style, which is sort of more vaporwavy. But that group buy has yet to get me anything in a while. They say it's Q3 2022, but I'm kind of suspecting it'll slip even further. Alright, let's see what we got here. Let's try this harder glue. That might be empty. It's either empty or completely solidified. Regardless, it's worthless to us and it's going in the trash. I probably need to buy some more paints. Glacial Mist, Jungle Mist. Alright, let's try Oceanic. Alright, that's an actual blue, nice blue color. There we go. It's gonna be our base. Bit dark. I wonder if I can mix it. Here we go. Alright. I'm going to use a fairly large brush at first. We're actually going to be painting the pseudo dragon. Need a better camera. Just want to put a thin coat. It's sticking a fair bit better than base. Lo-fi pizza paint too. Yeah. I'm actually surprised how well my face is tracking right now. I thought it would be worse. And it's going to be uneven, and don't worry about it, because you're just going to pile on layers, and it's going to seep in as you add more layers. So, I'm sorry, I'm pulling it out of the camera's view out of habit. And we're not going to be getting very fancy. We'll probably do a base coat. Oh, no. Stay there, please. Don't go tumbling on me. I'll be doing a base coat, and then we're going to do a wash, and then we might do some highlights. Is what I'm thinking. I'll use the wash to get the darker colors in there. Give it real depth. And then do some really quick highlights to give it a little bit of come on. Adhesive, don't fail me now. I wonder if because I feel like I'm getting the best camera view of it here. I wonder if I switch sides for my avatar. I might do that real quick. Oops. Where were we? YouTube Studio. Whoop. Oh, excellent. Sorry about that. We're just gonna go ahead and turn off the subscribe stuff for now. There we go. Yeah, I think that's gonna get you. Of course, now that I do that, I'll switch to a knob down. How did I? What was I doing before? How am I messing this up? I was getting it at a good angle. As soon as I think about what I'm doing with my hands, I forget how to do anything. Oh, okay. I was holding it like this, I think. Come on, adhesive. Yeah, I also ran out of super glue and forgot to buy more. I was gonna take another trip. I was gonna stop by Home Depot on the way home, and I was gonna get super glue and more. Don't pull there, please. More primer. But then I thought, oh, I don't really need primer. I mean, we're running out, but it's not really that important that I get it to this day, and I completely forgot about the super glue. I was also at Michael's, and I completely forgot about the super glue. I could have bought super glue at Michael's. Super glue. I always just think I have super glue. That's the problem. You always think you have super glue, and then you go and get it. You messed it up somehow, and now it's dried out, and you're fucked. And you're like, why don't I have super glue? And you have to go to Walmart at 2 a.m. to get super glue for the project you should have done. I don't know. There goes my mouse. Kind of squeeze into those corners here a little. See those kind of tough to reach spaces. I might have to come back in here with a smaller brush. You don't want to push too far in or you start messing up your bristles. All these things I learned through fucking things up. I watched some other people do it, but and like tutorials and shit, but nothing quite beat hands-on experience with it. I don't know if you can see how that's kind of. You can't see because the camera's shit. Alright. I have a better webcam, but I use it for... I actually, ironically, use it for D&D. Let me move my avatar again. I have one of our people moved out to California. Don't turn off my puppet. Alright. Oh. I don't want to move you there. And so, at the time, everybody was like, oh, okay, this is it. You know. Unfortunately, you're going to be leaving the game. And then, everybody's like, no, we love you. Keep playing with us. And so it came to me to solve the technical problems of getting her access through all the way from California. So I set up a camera and I got both a tabletop for the desk, so that I have like you get to put 3D maps on the desk. I have one of those like cases for a TV. I I put together with the help of my roommate, who actually did most of the work because I don't think he trusted me with sharp metal objects. Because I'm fairly clumsy. So he's like, you're gonna need to use a rotary tool to do this, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll try using a rotary tool. He's like, you know what? Let me do it. It's like, I can do it. And he's like, you're gonna lose your fingers. Like, I'm a ghost. I don't have any fingers. And he said, this is non-diegetic conversation. And I said, fuck you, man. I'm trying to keep my lore together. He said, I don't give a shit about your lore. I give a shit about your fingers. And then we fought for hours about this because there's nothing more dramatic than fighting. And by turning this mild conversation where he said, oh yeah, you let me help you, into some sort of competitive bout of me wanting to be trusted and him wanting to rescue me from myself, we create a storyline. I'm kind of just pushing paint around right here. I need to wait for it to dry more. Come on. Alright, let's try to re-glue this. Alright. Well, while that's doing its thing, we'll go ahead and I put that glue. There, I put that glue. Alright. Be never said that I do not have backup plans. We're gonna let that sit for a bit. And we're just gonna pop this guy right off. And that'll help give him a little bit of time to dry in those places. Come on. Come off. There we go. We'll let him kind of see if we can get him to set on that thing. I'll have super glue before next time I do this. And then we have a secondary figure I'm going to work on. That's hopefully had more time to set and set better, so that I don't have to mess it up. So I have kind of a soldier guy, barbarian guy with a maul. And actually I was going to paint this guy to be my current character in my campaign that I'm playing as while I'm taking a hiatus from running. He is Vidar Elffucker, the infamous beardless dwarf who presumably sleeps with elves. But I was just thinking, like, there was just titles, and I'm like, what would be the worst title for a dwarf? It's like, yeah, Elffucker. People would hate a dwarf named Elffucker. Well, dwarves would hate a dwarf named Elffucker, presumably. Let's find a good brown. Wood stained brown or nut brown. Let's get a bit of both. You can never have enough brown. Is that dead or just blocked up? Let's find out. actually had a push pin out for this purpose, and I forgot. I'm literally gonna step on a push pin as soon as I get done with this, and I'll be like, "El fucker, the most attractive Spanish dwarf." Exactly. You get me. Ow. What did I do to deserve that? Other than, you know, naming a character elf fucker. I mean, I guess that was a cardinal sin. Thanks for the redeem. Let's see if that's got it. Yep. Alright, let's check that out. There we go. Might need a little bit of mixing, but it's a nice brown color. That'll do for like boots and stuff. Oh, before I mess this up, so I also got this. So this is our water thing. I got this neat little thing that helps you clean off your paint very easily. I also got this at a con. I think it was at the same con. I have no idea what this is called, but it's very nice. It helps you clean off your paint super easy. Let me wipe off our brush. Of course, we can also dry brush. Oh, sorry. The Thor redeem, or my water thing. I was thinking it was the water thing. I'm like, why would a water thing scare you? I'm like, no, it was the Thor redeem. All right. So we got some boots here. Let's go ahead and paint some boots. Do the boot scoop boogie. How would you guys feel about me going to BRB, grabbing the other camera and hooking it up, and seeing if we can get a better quality out of that? Because quality on this is so bad, I don't feel like you're actually seeing anything worthwhile. I mean, as much as it is a joy to just listen to my sexy voice, I think you would actually be interested in seeing a little bit of this painting, and that was kind of my intention. Okay, we're gonna have a brief BRB. I'm gonna swatch out to the other camera. That'd be a fair bit better. So let's go ahead and wipe off our paint real quick and wash it off, just so that we're not getting paint dried onto the brush, because I have had paint dried onto the brush and it is a pain in the ass and will likely end up ruining the brush. So we're gonna pause our music. We're gonna go into BRB. You will actually likely hear me setting things up, but I do need to run down the stairs, grab the thing, run up the stairs, unplug the current camera, replug in the new camera, try to get it fitted, and then we're good to go. A very simple process that I can do very quickly, I'm sure, and will have no possible chances of complication whatsoever. See you in 1 minute. Alright, I got the camera. Got the old one unplugged. Let's put in the new one. Let's go ahead. See if I can't put the new one in. Oh, there's a complication. I just dropped all the bobby pins. Let's keep an eye on where we're stepping. Also get all these pins back in. Safety container. So I end up stabbing up my feet. I'm getting in a horrible infection and dying. Dying again. Kane, thank you for the gift sub. I appreciate it. Looking forward to our collab on Saturday. Should be fun. I literally have pins sticking into my cloths and just hanging there. It's funny. Hopefully you can hear me and I'm not just pissing in the wind or completely indecipherable from where I'm at. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see how this camera looks here. Yeah, I'm, oh man, that is so much better. Holy crap. Wait until you see that. The quality just like jumped 100-fold. So, I'm gonna get back to it. Make sure you can't see me. Let's move this a bit. Come on. There we go. I think that'll fall. And we can head back to... Look at that. It's like night and day. So here you can see that's a lot more clear. I mean, you can't see too fine a detail, but you can actually see. So, alright. We were painting brown. Holy shit, that's so much better. I'm glad I went down and got that. I was feeling bad about that. Alright, come on. I want him to stick there. Yeah, I'll buy another camera. I got another cheap webcam because it's like. So the difference is this is a camera a cheap web camera that I bought like a year ago, versus the one I just had was like a cheap webcam that I bought like 5 to 10 years ago. I don't know how long ago it was, but it was a long time ago. I thought it's not going to be too bad. It's not like we're really doing any detail work. I said about to paint miniatures. Because I'm an idiot. Not really, but you know. So many things to process at any given time. You're going to forget things or not think everything through. Yeah, you can actually see things. Amazing, incredible, unbelievable. Saddle brown, I think is what I want for the weapon. Ruddy flesh, muddy brown, basic dirt, woodland brown. Isn't that what I have? Harvest brown. Woodland brown looks almost dead. I think that. So I have several sets of paint I bought, and the ones that are pretty much dead are the ones that came up with my basic kit. You know. All right, have fun. Hey ZX, you told me how to pronounce it, and I do apologize. I've forgotten. It's just Zai, wasn't it? But welcome in. How you doing? Let's just get this spread out a little. Come on. Need to pick up something. And we're just gonna paint his weapon here. Yeah, this guy's holding a lot more easy. So that extra time definitely helped. But I was hoping for like super dramatic improvement out of the primer, and like to reduce the amount of coats I have to do versus the unprimed Reaper minis. I'm not really seeing it. I'm still having to do several layers and waiting for things to dry. Yeah, I'm painting minis. It's tons of fun. I sound sarcastic, but it's actually kind of fun. I do actually like doing it. It's just difficult to find the time and not feel like I'm wasting time, because it's such an involved process, and it can take like an hour or two to do a single mini, if not more. and you're just like, why am I doing this when I could be doing something that feels productive to me? I don't know. But if I make it, so this is the whole thing, is primer is key to painting in general. Yeah, but I'm not seeing this dramatic improvement I was hoping for with the primer. I was hoping it would like really make it easy, but I'm still having to go through and do more and more coats just to get it, covered. I mean, I guess maybe it's taking less coats. I don't know. It doesn't feel any different, is what I'd say. But again, I haven't actually painted for a while, so my memory may be playing tricks on me. It feels like I'm barely getting any paint on there. I don't know. You can kind of see like the gray gaps. And I remember asking about it, like, how do you make sure you're not getting you're getting the high points, and like they're just like, or at least trying to read up on that, and they're just like, yeah, just keep layering and give it enough base to try to give something to cling on to. I don't know. I think I just get frustrated with thin paints because I know the end result is so much better, but it feels tedious just going back over layer by layer again and again. Alright, let's get some silver here. Well, hold on. Do we want to make this... This character is not... So we could actually make this a... Oh crap, can you see me? You might have gotten a glimpse of my hair. Spoilers, I have brown hair. I think we can do this as a surcoat. Or like... Ow! Why? What did I do to deserve that? I was being good. What can we... Heartwood brown. Rich leather. Dark highlights. Leather brown. Oh, of course, I have a leather brown. Yeah, that's what I'm actually looking for the kind of a suede-ish looking leather. The volume difference on this throw turns it into a jump scare. I don't know if I can change the volume on that. Let's see. Settings. Volume. Let's turn down the volume a bit. Can somebody throw something at me? Well, the sheet is physical. I mean, there's nothing underneath it, but, you're still hitting something. Ow. I didn't hear that at all. Try again. kind of heard that. That sounds about right to me. How does that sound to you guys? All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and drop out of this. Why is the resolution so low? Oh, whatever. I didn't set it that low. Alright, so that's a little bit less like, crap, it's my ears. Alright, so we're gonna get this, kind of do a leather. And then he'll have like a pauldron that's silver, but not he's in leather armor. Well, not leather armor, but a leather surcoat. I don't really have any particular reason to conceal my identity other than not immersion breaking. I'm not the most handsome man in the world, but I'm not ugly either. I'm about average, I think. But I just like the idea of, presenting as a character rather than myself. Maybe that makes me weird, but yeah, it's just like, yeah, I can be a cool ghost. Why wouldn't I try to be a cool ghost? Logarithm. I know how to pronounce that word. My mouth won't. Logarithmic. Yes. My mouth will not find the shapes it needs to go to. Worcester sauce. I think I can actually Worcester sauce. I think I can pronounce that pretty well. You monster. I think it'll be his bags that are actually a bit more colorful. I need to get in that with with a smaller brush. Oh, I guess you can see how many paints I have. So that's nice. I have a fair variety. I've spent a fair bit of money on this little side hobby for some reason. Like most side hobbies, I spend a lot of money on it and then I don't do anything with it. I'm like, I'm gonna get really into this. And then I get really into it for about 3 months. Getting my gloves wet. Gonna end up with moldy gloves. Alright, let's I'm still a little wet here. Hit these boots again, and as we can see, that color's starting to stick more. Yeah, well, so my mother and sister are diagnosed ADHD. I have not had as many problems as them with concentration, but I do have problems. So I went to the doctor a couple months back and I said, my mom and sister are diagnosed with this. I feel like I have some things that kind of coincide with it, but I tend to also be the one in the family who can manage things. And I feel like part of that's just like having had to do that. Like having had to, well, to get out of my family situation, I had to knuckle down and learn some specific talents to get a good job and get the fuck out. Um, Not worth going into, but suffice to say, I was eager to leave my house as soon as possible. It took me a while, it took a lot of work, but I did get out. And, anyways, my point was I went to the doctor and said, my mom is the type of person who would, if I were diagnosed with anything, would actually not tell me. Um, so I want to see if I actually qualify as ADHD or on the autistic spectrum, just to see, It's not really going to change anything. There's not any real. I mean, I guess they can give me, if it's ADHD, they can give me some uppers, but I don't know if I would take them. I don't feel like. I feel like I'm pretty functional. And in terms of my quality of life, all I can ever hope for is functional with my particular issues. So, that's my tend to be my goal. I'm never gonna be, like the happiest person on earth. I could have everything I wanted and more, and I'll still struggle with depressive episodes and stuff. It's just how it works. Uh, it ain't about the physical realities. I just have a broken brain. Um, Externalities are a factor, but not the only factor. Let's put it that way. Um, so I went to them and they're like, well, first of all, they treated me like I was trying to score drugs. They were like, oh, you just want speed. So they were just really suspicious of me, and it was pretty shitty of them, and I wasn't happy about it. Um, because I told them about my family situation. I'd been like, I grew up in a very unusual environment. Shit was not normal. I'm dealing with things and putting things together as an adult, as a grown adult. Most people would have had taken care of in their childhood. But, you know, we all got our own crosses to bear. I'm not trying to complain too much. I'm just explaining the situation. But they were like, yeah. So they gave me a test, and it was basically like, it's the same thing they'll give to children. I'm like, okay. And they're like, we just want you to sit in this room and check to see if you're paying attention and doing the task we assigned to you for like 25 minutes. And I'm like, okay, well, I can do that. But I was also told hyperfixation was a symptom of ADHD, and I tend to hyperfixate. So, I don't know what that's going to tell you. So, anyways, I did the test, and they said, oh, no, you're fine. And then they made me do a drug test to confirm that I wasn't trying to get speed. I was like, I told you I don't even want the medicine. I just want a diagnosis or not. I have relatives that have this disorder. I want to find out if I have it. I don't want the fucking speed. I know people who get shit off speed, and I don't want to fuck with that shit. Anyways, the American mental health system is a fucking joke, and I could rant endlessly about all my experiences. Yeah. With the lovely, lovely American mental health system. Let's get a smaller brush to get in between these small portions. This might be too small a brush. Hey, I'm using the wrong... Fuck. I used the wrong paint down there. I'm not using the wrong paint here. Okay. I'm fine. I got panicked there for a second. Keeping on, keeping on, keeping on, keeping on, keeping on, keeping on, keeping on. Just gotta be patient and keep on keeping on. Get that paint just dripping in there, drying in there, letting it get all nice and covered. So I can get a grip. And then we can do other things. Yep. Alright. What can we do? We need to get a little bit more. I think the boots are nearly done. I may have accidentally gotten too much paint for this. Yeah, that's overflowing. Crap. I dabbed that. I don't know, I think I got it spread adequately. I don't know, it might end up looking kind of nasty, but I'm not. These are my first minis for a while, so it's not a big deal if they don't turn out perfect. These boots were made to be painted, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots will get paint all over you. Oh no, we're DMCA'd. Oh, I didn't have music. I turned off the music. I was wondering what was. There we go. That's nice. Like, why is it so tedious now? Yeah, that helps a lot. Let's give the weapon a little bit of a touch up. I'm thinking we're about ready. Just start on the silver a bit for the flesh. I kind of tend to do flesh last though, because it tends to be so particular, and I find it's easier to just do corrections on the stuff that's a little bit more base, like the like the weapons and the dirt, than it is flesh, which it tends to be, but is not exclusively a lighter color. Was that a glove? No, it's a pauldron. Okay. I'm pretty happy with the weapon. Trying to find the right rate of focus. The colors are so light, so it's hard to see. Wonder if so I tried to get my light that's I usually use for this, but there was no way it was fitting on this desk. Probably next time I do this, it will actually be in my crafts room, instead of relocating it into this my computer desk in my personal room. And then we'll have an easier time of doing this. I just need to set up my laptop. I literally bought a new laptop for use for the D&D stuff. Oh, it fell on the floor. And then I went on hiatus because some shit went down just before I debuted, and so I just was like, I can only do so many things at once, and I can only deal with so many things at once. I'm like, hey, does anyone want to take over for a little while? And they're like, one of my guys was like, yeah, I'll run for a little while. I'm like, okay, thank you. It was actually like 3 weeks before my debut. I would have delayed my debut if it had been, actually concurrent. But I tend to set things as a deadline, and then I do absolutely everything I can not to change the deadline, because if I change the deadline, then if I feel like I could change the deadline, then it will not get done. I will put it off indefinitely. So if I fail to meet the deadline, that's something else. And I'll feel like shit about it, but I won't. I'll actually try to get it done. But if I let myself not have a deadline, or let myself change the deadline too easily, then I will fuck shit up badly. So that tends to be my philosophy when handling things like this. So I was like, I had a deadline for debut. I wasn't gonna fuck with it. I kinda regret not doing more pre-debut stuff. I didn't realize how much people did pre-debut and how important it was to having a good debut. But on the other hand, I I didn't really. It felt strange to build myself up as a streamer without actually having streamed and not knowing whether or not I would actually like it or not. Like I built myself up a little because I was like following what other people did once I started to actually prep to debut. But the idea of like I don't know, the idea of actually doing a whole pre-debut phase, I guess it makes sense if you didn't actually have a debut, you just kind of went into it. I mean, I basically had a set amount of jokes that I wanted to do about debuts. So mostly it was just like, hey, this is why you should watch me. You were a PingTuber? Yeah, I didn't realize, like, I knew PingTubers was a thing, but I wasn't as aware of them until my literal thought process was, I wanna do the VTuber thing. I have another VTuber I watch who like is an artist, and she opened up her commissions, and I'm like, okay, this was the kick in the butt I needed. I'm gonna have her do my character design, and I'm gonna make that into a VTuber avatar, and I'm gonna do whatever possible to make that happen. And so of course, let's spread this out a little. I feel like this is too thick. It's messing things up. It's not letting the water seep in. Yeah, so like I said, I had some jokes I wanted to make, and so I did that, and then I just immediately went into the games after that. A whole segment was like 5 minutes, I think, maybe 10. And I don't think anyone was actually watching. So, but it made me happy. Because that's what I like to do. I like to make dumb jokes. That's sticking quite nicely, of course. Not so much on the back. Chiron, how could you betray me? You promised me good sticking. You said you worked on plastic. Yeah, I mean, this isn't actually any worse than what it is. Might be a little bit better. It's hard to say. I just tend to get, like I said, I get impatient. I'm like, I want it to set right away. I just want to have it immediately become thing. Maybe I should start doing airbrushing. I wonder if that's any more quick. My roommate has an airbrushing machine. I don't know if I could stream that though. Isn't it kind of loud? I never actually saw him use it, and I've never actually looked at, because I was like, I just wanted to paint. I didn't really think through. Yeah, I mean, I've dealt with air pressure machines where like you clean things off by pouring air pressure out of it. And that's what I tend to think of as what that's doing. So I tend to think it's going to be very loud. And I don't know. I don't like very loud noises near my ears. I think that might be a common thing. I don't know. It might just be me, but I think most people don't like loud noises near their ears. I think it might be a unfavorable review on the Rotten Tomato. Maybe masochists have made it a very actually popular thing. I don't know. The masochists I tend to prefer different kinds of pain, but you know, there's certainly a community for everything. I think the most noise you get from air is the pump, but the airbrush nozzle itself is just a psst every time you press it. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe with like one of these streams, I'll give it a shot. I feel like it would only be good for like base painting, anyways. Like for highlighting and stuff. It feels like you'd want to do. Regular painting, anyways. Although I've seen Gubpla that was purely airbrushed, and they do good for like the shadows and stuff. So maybe just the highlights as paint, regular painting, and the low lights is I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I clearly have not thought this through. Kind of shaping up. It's just being very stubborn. Just stick, please. No, I don't want you to poop like that. I want you to stick. got kind of like a ridge in there that it wants to pull into. I don't want to pull in that ridge. I don't know what else to do. Hold on, I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. It's literally right next to me. Puka and Ghost in the No Defeat gang. It's an elite club. Not just any VTuber can be a part of that club. Medium brush might be better. Well, these are all tiny brushes, but medium in terms of what I'm working with. This suede portion. Guess I plan to do it for real when I get my human body. That'll be a resurrection stream instead of the amused. Oh, okay, so you can. Is that model already in the works, or? Because I think you rigged yourself, right? Rigged yourself, or just rigged yourself? This is kind of why I wanted to keep Wizard first, because I was like, it's mostly just all one color. I don't have to switch between paints constantly. But the purple adhesive was not with me today. I was weak in the super glue foo. The music is a bit loud. Alright, let me turn it down a bit. I would say I was talking louder earlier. How's that? Well, my voice has gotten a little more strained as the evening has gone on. I may need to kick up the gain a bit because I knock things around a fair bit. Just knock up the gain a tad. I had it down because I was yelling into the mic for that. There we go. Yeah, I also kicked the gain up a little bit, not too much. But I was yelling in the mic, and also I had before I had the mic in a much worse position. And now I seem to have it in a better one, so I'm hoping that'll help things. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yes, I was going to start painting bags a little. Boots are pretty done. I'm hoping their wash will get some of the areas that are less cold in. Get a bit more of this brown out because it's a little too liquidy. There's the harvest brown, wasn't it? Hi Roxanne. Thank you. I really appreciate it. That was like 2 days of my maybe like a day and a half of my Labor Day weekend, so I really appreciate it. Was a lot of yelling into the mic too. Actually, if I end up using it for my channel trailer, which I'm kind of on the fence about, I kind of like the idea, but it might be a bit much. A bit much. I need to do re-records a little bit of it, because like you can tell, there's a couple places where I slurred a little bit too much, and there's this one section at the beginning where it sounds like I say "you're a," and with an A in it. I do actually have a TikTok. In fact, I've literally formatted some of my videos because of TikTok. I actually meant to ask you, Puka, if you wanted to do any cameos in that, as opposed to maybe the Ghost as well, if you're interested. Because it's hard to like right now I was using that model Spirit made. Spirit is her name, I think. I don't know. Lucian or something. I have a lot of bad problems with memory, especially. Oh, you'd love to? All right. Yeah, I have like 2 different scripts. I have that I might run by you to see if you want to do one or the other. And then I'm just kind of trying to think of ideas when I can. It's going to be a little bit more sparse because my work is picking up, so I'd have a little less time to fuck around on the internet all day and come with funny jokes. But such is life. We all have our things to do. Yeah, I also gotta ask you, I need to talk to you about that collab. I meant to message you this week and I just Well, it's only been 2 days this week, really. I mean, I keep forgetting it's actually only, I'm thinking it's, well, let's just say the 3-day weekend is messing with me. Oh, I really like that, that emote there. Where's that from? Let's see. It'll tell me. I may have to check them out. I like that style. I'm actually gonna follow them right now. Yeah, I mean, I really like what I'd say is my big surprise was I actually really like editing. Editing is a lot of fun. I was not expecting to like editing. I was expecting it to be a pain in the ass that I had to do in order to like promote myself. But I actually genuinely enjoy it. I think it's pretty neat how you can kind of weave things together. So I'm actually like, I feel like I actually like the streaming, but like all the work I have to put into setting things up is a little annoying. But the editing is fun throughout. And like, what I always struggle with is the artistic side of things. I have a head for tech, and I got a head for writing and jokes. But when I try to do art, it's a huge problem because, well, I've practiced drawing, and I can do it at basically a high school level. Like, I understand trying to base it on the anatomy and all that, but I just don't have any. I don't have the. I wouldn't say that I don't have the patience for it, but like, I don't have the interest. I don't have the. Yeah, it's like that's what somebody was saying was like, crap, dropping. Don't want to drop that. If you want to get into VTubing or YouTubing or whatever, make sure you enjoy at least one of the essential components of it and are good at it. And I think like I have some vocal range, so I can act a little bit from my D&D days, from all my D&D practice, but I'm not like a professional voice actor. I have too nasal a voice and a pitch that's tends to come off as sardonic at all times. So I can do a very good comedic deadpan. But it's very difficult to do more serious voices. So on the that kind of counts me out on the voice acting front. I do actually like acting. D&D taught me that, but I just don't have the vocal range, or at least can't for physiological reason. If you cook better, you could liven up that pan. And then what was I saying? Oh yes. So I'm thinking about the components. Voice acting, you called? Are you a voice actor, Tome? Yeah, I just don't have the vocal range. So, somewhat for medical reasons, like I have like issues with my digestive tract, where I have a lot of heartburn and stuff. So that kind of messes with my vocal cords a bit. Um, so, like, you can usually tell my voice gets a little scratchy even after like an hour or two of speaking, where other people would not have that problem. Which was a great idea to become a streamer and talk for about a hobby. Yeah, it's what I'd say about voice acting is about 2/3 of it is actually just acting, and you get the same sort of changes in intonation and stuff from what you would do just acting as a different character. But the critical 1/3 is vocal control and being able to manage your voice. I feel like that's why so many good voice actors are also singers, because it teaches you that skill. So the three components I think are voice acting, editing, well, acting, editing, perhaps writing. I'm not sure. You know, many years of actual acting and dabbling in VA. Also a singer here, yeah. Yeah, I think there's tends to be a strong correlation there. And you know, many singers tend to, well, like, generally if you want to perform in front of people, you have a lot of interests that tend to intersect with that. So if you're a singer, there's a good chance you also have interest in being an actor, you know, just because, you know, the base instinct of wanting to perform is the same. No, that's not the one I want. I wanted this one so that I could do more dabs of this. So anyways, the point was that, you know, of the many components of in fact, I might hit you up, Tome, later for some a side project I have. If you're a singer, if you're willing to take some commission money for something, I'll never do ask work for free. At least at the moment, I have money, so you know, this is a hobby, and I'm comfortable right now, and I've been uncomfortable before. And so I do want to be clear that well, it was something I was thinking about doing myself, and I'm like, it won't matter too much if I do it myself because well, suffice to say, there's going to be some post alteration if I do it. So it's not like it has to be perfect right out. You know, some audio funkery. I have a lot of things in the pot, let's put it that way. And part of that's just because if I get distracted with if I have too few things in the pot, things don't get done. I have to kind of like swap between things. Maybe that's ADHD, I don't know. Like, I can knuckle down and get something done. Because, like, I worked on that one short that came out over the weekend. Like, I want to say for, like... Oh, I did... On Saturday, I worked on it. No, it was Friday night I worked on it. Until, like, 3 a.m. And then I went to bed. And then I woke up. And I had to do something with people because it was a weekend. No, it was Friday night. I had D&D, and then it was Saturday night. I did. I worked on it till like 4 a.m. and then I was up and had to do some stuff on Sunday, and then worked on it till 4 a.m. and then released it Monday. I think. I don't. I completed it, and then I scheduled the tweet because I remember I did that one TikTok, Ask One, about the clout thing. And I released it as soon as I finished it. I was so excited. I'm like, I got this really funny joke. And I released it at like 2 in the morning. And the algorithm was like, yeah, nobody's going to see this. I also didn't promote it with the retweeters. So that was kind of my fault. I was still learning about the retweeters and how to use them. And I still need to work on that. The supporters. Those guys are great guys. I might make a support account at some point. I've been trying to like retweet as much as I can, like stuff that that is relevant to people, like, and also like build people up, because I want to be giving back to the community as best as I can. For the help I've received. But I don't know if I want to create like a separate account for that, or just, I don't know. I don't know if I could do like what the mummy dude does. Like, he just is a central repository for all retweets. I don't know how that dude does it. And it's like, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. He's pumping them out. I wonder if he has like a script. Alright, that's definitely a glove, right? No, that is a pauldron. It's just hard to see this breakaway. There. So I got a question, chat. Potato salad or macaroni salad? Because I'm definitely on the macaroni salad side of things. What I want to say is, though, is what is underrated is seafood salad. Why is that not in everybody's breath when we talk about said potato? Heresy. Sorry, Puka. Friendship ended. We're gonna have to fight to the death now. It's just, I can't be friends with a potato salad heathen. You've never had seafood salad? I'm just joshing you. It's a question. It's an innocuous question. It's just an icebreaker. Yeah. So seafood salad. I don't know if you can get it inland. I'm on the East Coast, so like even if you're kind of inland, you're usually within distance to the sea that you can usually get fresh stuff. You only meat and chicken, really. I mean, yeah, more power to you if you're doing like the South Beach or whatever. It works just because, well, first of all, you're eliminating a lot of calories from your diet, but also your body is just not as good at digesting meat. Or digest the shit out of wheat. So I mean that's perfectly acceptable. I've cut out a lot of red meat. I eat a lot of salmon and tuna. Like I usually, like, what I'll do is I'll come home and, well, after work, like, I have a breakfast bar and stuff in the morning, or a banana, and then I'll have whatever I could get for lunch. So I eat out during lunch. Tuna is red? I didn't realize tuna was red meat. Because I thought red was beef and pork. That's starting to actually look like it is covered. Finally. Yeah, I always thought it was just beef and pork, and was a vegetarian for 6 years, so it creeps me out. I mean, honestly, if you can do vegetarian and or vegan, I mean, more power to you. I'm a horrible human being, so I still eat meat, but you know. But also I grew up like the son of, I wouldn't say the son of a farmer. My dad grew up on a farm, and it was like, so like, yeah, you have to shoot the pig. It's just gonna happen. You know, that was part of my upbringing, so it's like, I don't want to sound hard or anything, but like, that was kind of your relationship to the animals, is like, yep, we love you, we'll feed you, we'll take care of you as best you can while you're alive, make sure you have kids or whatever, but you know, this is the bargain. Your ancestors made it. You get protections from predators, but you're doing it so that eventually you get eaten by a predator. I don't know. It is creepy in that respect. I mean, there's a reason the Twilight Zone made a point of it, that it's actually kind of horrifying in some degree, but on the other hand, I feel like humans might not have done as well if we didn't have these domestic partnerships with these animals that we eat. Maybe that's sort of an exploitation of labor thing, I don't know. You know what? Sometimes I'm like, these big philosophy things, I try to think about them, but then I'm like, but what can I actually do to affect them? Like, I could spend some money, I could spend some volunteer time doing election stuff, but I don't know. I feel very little a lot of the time. Eat it now, just not often, and nothing with bones. So like, oh, nothing with bones, as in you don't eat like chicken on the bone or anything. Okay. For a moment there, I was like, what meat can you eat that doesn't have bones? I guess, well, exoskeletons, yeah, it's a weird system we have kind of set up. It's like, it depends on if you consider, like, do you consider exoskeleton things as bones? Because they technically are bones, but they're not like regular bones. They're exobones. Honestly, to some degree, they have the great idea because bones are really strong. So, yeah, like no ribs or chicken wings. Yeah. I don't really eat ribs. I don't think I really like pork all that much. Like, everybody rants about bacon and whatever. Like, I guess I like pork belly sometimes. But, like, if I had to go kosher or whatever, I wouldn't have a problem there. Now, shellfish. You'll pull shellfish. 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 Crabs and shit. You'll take crabs and shit from my cold dead hands. I'm from Marlin. I don't live there anymore, but I'm from Marlin. And in Marlin, we eat the crabs. Yeah, if you ever hear me like slip into like Baltimore on, that's why. Be like Washington. Gotta get them there VTubers to go to Washington to march. People don't really tend to think of Maryland as having a pronounced accent, but there is one. There's actually a great video, if you look it up. It's called Aaron Earned an Iron Urn. And so if you say it normally, it's Aaron earned an iron urn. And it's a little bit tricky. But if you say it with a Maryland accent, it's you can't, like, it's completely indistinguishable. Anyways, that's my TED Talk about being from Maryland. Please like and subscribe, and hit the bell icon. What type of public transport do you like? Do you ever use the bus, or you ever use the subway? Because I used to use the subway a lot to get into the major city. Subscribe or else I haunt you. I don't know if you saw, like, my original pitch for why you should watch me was like 1 out of 1 respondent said that watching me made you the happiest person alive. And, you know, obviously I was the one respondent. But the final thing was like, yeah, if you don't watch me, I'm not going to say that I'm going to curse you. But, you know, ghosts have been known to curse people. It's among our powers. And, you know, I am a ghost. And certain things can be inferred. That's actually, I don't know how much you can see, but it's actually starting to look like an actual, like, suede thing, instead of just a mess of thing. So I feel like we can probably do the pants and the undercoating now. And since we have that nice blue sitting here, blues were a common color that they had access to. Let's go ahead and do some blue britches. Yeah, it's nice how it comes together. It feels like a pain in the ass while you're doing it, but now that blue is coating nicely. Maybe a little too thick. Might need to dab it over. From there to over here. If you're struggling with the brown though, this blue just coming over right away is so nice. And then I'm gonna do like a light white, like a linen white on this. I don't know if you can see it. There's like an under, so there's like his tunic or whatever, and then there's like a light, another layer under that that's like clearly a shirt. And I can't tell if you can see a shirt or if he's bare-chested. I feel like that's up to interpretation, if that's muscle or not. I feel like I'm gonna do a light shirt in that same color so it kind of comes together. And then we also have like and I've accidentally colored it over a bit, but I'm probably gonna do that like a lion yellow, a fur for the fur trim collar, and then we're gonna have a metal color on these pauldrons and on the top of the thing, and then we'll finish off with the flesh. Let's fix on this blue still before we forget. This blue might be a little too thick. That's maybe why it's dabbing on. I might need to dab this off with a... That's gonna look awful. I say, and then I just don't care enough right now. I've lost patience. Just like, get that shit on there. I don't care anymore. Who the fuck do I gotta impress? When I do the wash, I'll get some black and I'll put it up in there underneath his britches. I don't know, you can't really see it. All right, I'm only going for another 45 minutes or so. I appreciate it though. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for hanging out too. I'll reach out to you. Enjoy your snack. Yeah, I'm not staying up too late. I've been staying up way too fucking late. So it's unlikely we're gonna finish this guy. I wanted to. Part of the reason I picked the wizard was I was pretty sure I was gonna be able to finish him before the end of this thing, but I'm probably not gonna be able to finish this guy.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
Just because there's so many colors.
site of the Ever discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do the hilt too as
Discovery, go and throttle up.
I feel like this guy would do
Discovery's 4
be
computers
a
now
little
have
bit
primary
fancy with
control
his
of
weapon
critical vehicle
for
functions.
his dagger. He's not gonna be too fancy, but he'll put a little bit of money into looking nice. That looks bad, doesn't it? Yeah, I may have to repaint over that with something else. It's too strong a color next to the other blue. Oh well. It was worth a shot. Let's see if I can wick it up a little. Nope, that blue is too thick. I'm gonna get a little bit. No, that stripped it a bit, so at least it'll be not as hard to redo it all. Touch up around there to fix that. There's a little pure place where it still hasn't quite stuck enough. Come on. Be kind to me, model. I've been very patient with you. That's a lie. I've been very impatient. I do really like the idea of the suede armor, the suede surcoat. I think that's turned out nicely. Because I think this was interpreted to be regular armor, and I was kind of afraid it would come out wrong with the trying to go with it as leather. But I think it's turned out well. Some detail work in these areas that are hard to get with the larger brush. Light in there so I can see what the fuck I'm doing. Paint just keeps running off there. Doesn't matter how many times I'm not gonna do it, what brush I do it with, it just wants to run and run and run. It's that one little area. Don't do what I'm doing. People will yell at you and say, thin your paints. I say, I did it with the thin paints. It wasn't staying. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I don't got all fucking day. Fuck off. Don't drop water into my thing. I don't need water in there. I need paint in there. Fuck you. I mean, I know it's my own fault for going direct from the water to the thing, but I shouldn't have to face the consequences of my actions. It's not fair. If I can be forced to feel the consequences of my action, where does it stop? It might go up all the way up to society. We might have the rich facing the consequences of their actions, and that would just be insane. Society would collapse. Chaos would rule the streets. Anyways, once I'm rich, I'll hire people to paint my minis for me. And then I'll have a video, and they'll be wearing gloves like this. And you won't even know it's not me. And I can just talk and talk and talk and not have to do any of the work. And that's not what is happening now at all.
Every four computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Yes, the gloves were there for a reason all along. Because I'm not actually doing any of the painting. It's my manservant, Ilford. Say hello, Bilford. Hello! We want linen white. I'm killing my leg here. Oh, I mean, I don't have legs. I'm killing my scarf here by hands are some guy behind your back, like who line is away. Whose hands are those? Don't ask, it's not important. If you needed to know, I would have told you. One giant leap for mankind. kind of mixing with the other paint to kind of create a medley, but I'm not actually that concerned about it because I want it to look a little dirty. Get out of that for a moment. Come back to it. I might actually finish this guy, or at least get the base paint on, because like it's at the point where I'm like, gotta move on to either the flesh or the silver at this point. So let's see what we got here. Because other than what I got, I just gotta do touch-ups. Home steel, cloudy gray, blade steel, wolf gray, shattered stone. I think that's filigree silver, and then I have no idea what that is. Do some honed steel. That's way too much, but what's a little wasted paint between friends? That mixed up because it clearly is not fully mixed. I mean, if I remember correctly, this one doesn't quite fully mix in the first place. It's supposed to have a little bit of imperfection to it to give the impression of like the peaks and valleys of steel, but needed to be stirred up a little. It's too wet. It's not picking up. That's a buckle. I'm gonna go with it's a buckle. Or at least at the moment. Michael's paintbrush right now. There's absolutely no reason for me to. In fact, it's probably slowing me down. Do I want to use the largest one though? Those are the 3 I bought. Fuck. Please don't warp those strings. Not strings, fuck me. So I did the stupid ass thing of taking this and putting it upside down. And now the brush I spent $5 on today is kind of bent. I guess, like, maybe if I clean it and stuff, it'll reset a bit. Honestly, it's kind of hard to tell the base steel from the, the steel from the base coat or the primer. I mean, I guess I can kind of see it. Let's go ahead, do the white linen again, and maybe put it a little bit in between the, I wonder if I want to use this for the folds as well. No, don't go on the blue. Oh, crap. Everything goes wrong at the last minute. Snap. No, blue. Why would you betray me at this final junction? bright side, I feel like the boots and pants are dry enough that pressing down next to them a little bit isn't going to ruin everything. I feel like this is going to need a darker yellow color on it to look right. As a white, it just doesn't look right. Let's get some flesh. Dusky skin, warrior flesh, ebony, orange brown, muddy brown, woodland brown, basic dirt, ruddy flesh, barbarian flesh. That's what we're looking for. I don't think this one's ever been opened. Well, it has to be open because it's blocked. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to clear out the got it. Yeah, there we go. There's the top. Get that all nice and tight so it doesn't do that again. I actually do want to use a small one on this because this is pretty detail oriented. And just for the record, I do not do eyes or anything that detailed. I just do not have the skill. I scrolled up. No. Okay. It's like, I don't want to miss chat. Might have a joke or something that I might miss. There could be a strong bad email reference. What would I do if I missed a strong bad email reference? I would not feel like Clever Dan. Of course, this is going to be a pain. You need to do lots of little layers in order to stick. It wouldn't be painting if it were easy, would it? Just pick of course. I feel like some of the joy of painting is getting caught up in the actual task of it. And, you know, not having anything else on your mind. Which streaming kind of brings you out of. But, on the other hand, I would not be doing this if I weren't streaming. I would literally still be keeping these in the closet. Well, not in the closet, but in my craft room. Just sitting there collecting dust until such a day that I, you know, decided to get rid of them or decided to. I'm just giving up on the thing for now. I'll have super glue later. do some touch-ups while we wait for that to dry. I know I barely did the steel, but honestly, the one coat over the primer is just fine. Honestly, in my opinion, it looks good. So, touching up, get some of the suede, which is this. Also, I think I may have been using these brush wrong the entire time. I've been using these as spotters, and they're not spotters, and I'm an idiot. That's why I was having such a... Maybe. No. It's not entirely that. 'Cause that's still barely clinging onto there. That section. I mean, it's definitely going to need some touch-ups, but I am fundamentally happy with that as a base coat. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna call it. I mean, if I want to do this more efficiently, I will probably be doing more like 2 or 3 minis at once, so that I can quickly switch between them. You know, paint a layer on one, put it aside, let it dry. Because a lot of what I was doing a lot of rework, because I kept touching up on areas that were still wet, and thus was just spreading around the existing paint and then wicking it up and messing things up and mucking things up in a way that was not advantageous, and that kind of slowed me down quite a bit, as well as being, you know, just out of practice. So this is a case of, unfortunately, lack of preparation. I did have several minis ready to go to do the sort of rapid fire swap back and forth. Oh, Achikano, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. I was actually just about to wrap up, but I'll show you what we did tonight and hang out and talk to you guys for a bit. But thank you. Yes, thank you for the raid. No worries. So we mainly did one mini tonight. Hey, Mirulette, welcome in. Nice to meet you. How are you doing tonight? So as you can see, we got like a, oh, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. We got most of a base coat done, and of course, due to technical difficulties, we didn't yet get much more done. I'm sorry, I tend to go from like 9 to midnight at this point. I have a full-time job, unfortunately. The VOD should be up, so if you want to check it out, like skim through it, you can. But yeah, I can't to use liquid skill. I mean, known oil. I don't know what you're talking about. I use acrylic paints. That's what comes with the Reaper set. Yeah. I know Citadel is also. Yeah, so once this is basically just a base coat, and then I'll wash it. I'll wash it later. Yeah, I own way more paint than I probably actually need for somebody who's pretty much an amateur at this. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to be doing with most of these things, because I just have so many fucking a ridiculous amount of minis I need to paint. I have like 200 minis I have to paint. So I was actually going to put up an entire, like a thing on the screen that said how many minis we've completed. So we've got 1 out of 200. I mean, this isn't fully complete. It needs some touch-ups, but I'll do that off screen probably tomorrow. Just like, you know, take 5 minutes. I do actually own a 3D printer, surprisingly enough. So I was having a really bad day at work one day, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago. So that's what I'm gonna say is I got a knockoff one accident, unfortunately. We started on this guy, but we were having difficulties with the glue. So we didn't finish with him, unfortunately. But he's kind of like a wizard with a dragon on him. It was SLA, and I got a knockoff one from China that was basically a Flash Forward Pro 2, but they fucked a bunch of things up. And I didn't have the time or money or energy to fix it. So it's sitting in the corner of my room because like the firmware is proprietary and you can't flash it. And it's not compatible with like 90% of all the software out there that, yeah, I mean, it was very much an impulse buy. Like I said, it was a case where I was working like 80 plus hours, like for 2 weeks straight. And I was salaried, so I didn't get anything from it other than a lot of bullshit. And I was just like, you know what? I want a 3D printer. I'm gonna spend money on a 3D printer. And so I bought one, and I should have done research, and I didn't. I just went and impulse buyed. And that's why you always do your research on a major purchase. Don't go impulse buy. It's a bad idea. So anyways, there's a moral lesson for your evening is don't make impulse decisions, kids. So yeah, it was, mistakes were made. I don't know what else to tell you. But I will actually probably buy another 3D printer here sooner or later. I've just been more interested in you know, like the thing I always say is in terms of whenever I'm making a purchase that's like I'm not like I'm trying, I need to do this thing and I want to be reluctant about it, but I know what I'm buying and stuff. I'm like, even if I waste money on it, oh nice. Yeah, I wanted to the thing is I want a resin printer now if I wanted to buy one, but like I get super paranoid about fumes and shit. I get like panic attack levels. Oh, SLA is. Oh wait, I have yeah, I guess I have FDM. I have the PLA. I had the PLA plastic. I didn't have ABS. Because of that same, you know, paranoia. I get like I primed these paints, these minis, and I was kind of freaking out all days. So is that probably why I actually was having so many problems with the PLA? I don't know. I tried it with other things and it sometimes worked and it sometimes didn't. And it was just a huge pain because I had like somebody linked me to a thing on how to actually make it work. Yeah, I don't have a garage. I have a shed, but it doesn't have any power. So yeah, that wasn't really an option, unfortunately. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and raid somebody. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Yeah, let's keep the raid train going. Thank you all for coming out tonight and hanging out with me. Thank you again for the raid. Thank you, Roxanne and Merlette, for the follows. And thank you, Kane is probably long gone, but thank you very much for the gift sub. I'm glad you enjoyed. Hopefully we'll do this again with a little bit less scuff. And yeah, I will have a we'll have a bit of better time because I'll be able to do more than one at once, and we'll have a bit more to show for our efforts by the end of the stream. All right, let's go ahead and drop the music. We'll switch to the stream end. And let's find somebody to raid. Who's up and about? Alright. We got... Let's see. I think we've raided... Let's go ahead and raid... We've raided Dizzy pretty recently. We've raided Hirosh, I think, recently. We raided Pack Chat. Let's go ahead and raid somebody who I've been watching a little bit here is Ari the Aurora. Assuming she's not wrapping up her stream. Let's double check.
Content, yeah, you're very right. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab another bottle of water. I'm so dying of thirst.
She's going to BRB. Let's see. Elbone. He's doing something with TND, so that would be CBN. Yeah, let's go right to Elbone. He's a dice, and he's a dungeon master like me, so. Raid message will be be our raid message. Again, thank you everyone for coming out and watching. Sorry to those of you who just joined as we were wrapping up. I'm on the East Coast, so I do get up a little bit later than most people on the East Coast. I'm effectively on Central Time, is what I would say. But I do try to get to bed in such a time. Yeah, we will definitely be doing more of this type of thing, because like I said, I have a ton of minis to get through, and I ordered more today. Why? What's wrong with me? Anyways, have a good one. You're just about to head over. Y'all have a good night.
Players, it was awesome today. Let's see if the next group finds you. Hello, Paranormal Instigator! Fellow DM Raid, oh my god, we have a DM Raid, welcome! Your luck for today is 50! Yay, Raiders! We have a raid from our Dungeon Masters. DM Raid. So let's start with some introduction. Have you watched the parts of what was going on right now?
I didn't catch the beginning, no, but I caught the end. So
That's
I'm not too
great.
sure how the intros go.
No, but you've seen the fish. Kana, you've seen too a bit, and the others?
Yes, the fish.
I haven't seen much.
Okay, and Nayo? Nayo, can you hear us? Over.
Yes, I can.
Yay.
Sorry,
Have you seen? What was that?
I was only able to catch the last bit of the previous stream.
Oh, perfect. Then you saw a bit of the fish and what was going on. So I'm gonna do a bit of an introduction here. This is what you see here on the stream. Oh, you can also look at it in the Discord. I'm sharing the screen as well, so you get it with less delay. So,
Beautiful.
this is VTube University. Everyone everyone please drop your Twitter handles. And Minako, I think you can find them on Discord as well. What do you call a fish without an eye? A fish. Hello, Raiders. Oh yeah, Raiders. I need to introduce myself. Surprise attack. I am Elboy Mimic. We do D&D and games and collabs, and we're right now doing a VTuber specific